All right, welcome back everybody. This is XO Tactical, and in this video, we're gonna do a little bit of discussion, a little gun talk. What we're gonna be talking about is which gun should you consider for a home self-defense. All right, so as we get in here, I'm gonna show you a couple of guns. I'm gonna make sure that I let you know that they are all clear. This is my TX22, chambered in 22 long rifle, nothing in there. We also got my Sig P320, 9mm, again, nothing in there, no mag present. And then we have our 1911 chambered in 45 ACP, nothing in the chamber, no mag present. So we are working with safe firearms. So without going into too much of it, I'm going to start off with one gun and talk through the differences of all of them so I can help you identify which is the best for you. So first off, we're going to be starting off with the TX22. I'm not going to be talking too much about it. If you guys want to see a better in-depth review about this, click on the card up here. But it is rimfire 22 long rifle. It's one of the smaller calibers that we have here on the table. This is 16+1. So this is probably the less of the guns here that have recoil, probably almost obsolete. If any, you won't really feel it. What I like about it is that this particular gun is almost full size in the sense of how it feels in your hand. So it's a good firearm to at least train with, and then move up. If you've never shot one, good starter gun. But, you know, does this have the stopping power? Now, you can watch videos on YouTube as far as what kind of stopping power the bullets, depending on what you're shooting here, what they can do. We're not going to talk about that. But is this good for self-defense? I do think this is good for some people, whether you're male or female, or you have not too much strength in your wrist or trigger and just weight in general. This is a light polymer gun. The good thing about it is that you're shooting, the recoil is barely, almost non-existent. So you're not having that whole snapback that comes back from shooting any other kind of calibers. Like any guns, it is gonna have recoil, but this won't. Now people won't say, this doesn't have the stopping power. Just recently saw a movie about an actual certain serial killer that used to use 22s as his weapon of choice. And the guy rotted in jail, ended up bad, and did a lot of damage with 22 caliber guns. Maybe it was point blank, maybe it was not, but he did a lot of bad stuff with a 22. So if you don't think this is a deadly round, you're sadly mistaken. The fact that you have 16+ rounds is also a big plus for that one. So that is the TX22 chambered in 22 long rifle. Next up, I have my Sig P320. Now, you guys have heard me talk about my P365, the XL, and the 43X. So for this purpose, I'm using this one. This particular one does sit on my nightstand every night. It has a weapons mounted light, O-light, which I choose. It has an optic on there, and it has night sights as well. So this particular pew does hold 15+1. I do have mags that have the capacity of 21+1. So that's a plus on that for me. I can hold a lot more rounds with a higher caliber round, 9mm. It is a striker fire. This is a little bit on the upgrade of all the firearms that you have here. So it's probably the priciest one that I have. That being said, pricier doesn't mean that it's more accurate. That has to do with operator. The more you practice with any particular firearm, that's how you're gonna know how good you are with that particular firearm. But what's the pluses about these? Again, night sights. In a dark, dim light, I'm able to pick these up without any kind of problem. The fact that it's optic ready, it has an optic mount. My eyes are bad. They're getting worse every day. So even if I can't pick up those night sights in the dark, I'm able to acquire that red dot with very ease. Now, 9mm for me, recoil management is, good. It's gonna have recoil like no matter like anything else, but I'm able to control it very well. The fact that all those things line up with me I'm able to use this firearm extremely well. I'm pretty accurate with this. I train with this, and I find that I enjoy it. The weight of it also is very controllable for me, so I feel really good and comfortable as far as this one. Again, fact that I have a weapon mounted light on there, I can clear my house or, you know, identify my threat. So yeah, that's the Sig P320 chambered in 9mm. And the last one that I have here is my 1911 A1 clone. So this is chambered in 45 ACP. These bad boys are horse of rounds, as you guys can see there. But 45 ACP. So this is the big boy round. You know, I've heard so many people say, you don't need anything else other than the 45. You take a couple of shots with this, this will stop, you know, a rhino in its track. Yeah, that is probably true. That is a good accurate point. If you shoot this, there's a lot of stopping power in this particular caliber. This is a steel gun, much heavier. So considering the fact that that round is bigger, a lot more power, the fact that this gun weighs more and this gun is made of steel, recoil is actually very manageable. You know, I have shot a 40 Smith & Wesson, a Glock, and I didn't like it because the gun was polymer and it snapped like hell. It was a smaller gun and I didn't quite like it. But with the 45, I find it very comfortable. If you're somebody who doesn't handle recoil too well, you know, how good are you gonna be putting those 7 shots on target? If you're good at it, great, awesome. But if you're not, you know, that's something to factor into what you want to consider as your home defense gun. Now, this one as a reference, 45 ACP, the 1911, it doesn't come with a rail, so I don't have any kind of night sights. I don't have a weapons mounted light. And I will tell you this particular round, if I shot and I missed, even with hollows, I'm pretty sure that I'm going through walls, onto another wall, into another room. So yes, I do think that this would be a viable option for a home defense gun. I choose not to. I do have this sometimes at my nightstand because I keep it near there as well. But I choose to go with the 9mm a little bit more than the 45 ACP. Is this one better than the 22 long rifle? Is the 22 long rifle better than the 9mm? Here's what I have to say. So the reason why I wanted to show 3 different firearms in 3 different calibers is to tell you there's no right or wrong answer on here, right? I want to say that the gun that you're the most comfortable with is probably the one that you want to protect your home with. If you're completely accurate and you're training with a 22 long rifle, this is a deadly round, just as deadly as a 40 Smith & Wesson, 9mm, 45 ACP, whatever it is. I like the fact that it's a frangible round that, you know, this probably goes through a wall, but it's not gonna have that penetrating power that you're gonna be hurting a lot of things above and beyond that wall. 9mm is my choice because that's the one that I feel the most comfortable with. This particular firearm I feel real comfortable with for home. It sits by my nightstand. If I ever hear a bump in the night, I know I can pick it up, and all the different factors that go on in this firearm work in my benefit. From the weapons light, to the night sights, to the optic, all of those things. If I'm waking a little groggy and my eyes are bad, you know, that dot, I'm able to pick that up real well. If the dot happens to be off or I just don't pick it up, these tritium night sights, they glow. They're really well. And the fact that I know that I have the round capacity in there is great. Now, if you are choosing to go with something a little bit bigger, like the 1911 and the 45 ACP, like I said, to each his own. If you feel that you're accurate with this and you have those rounds and you know where they're going and you're not going to be putting your family in danger and you're going to protect your family, then go with that bad boy. Make those rounds count. 7 rounds, 16, 15, whatever it is, make them count. Well, hopefully I didn't muck up the waters too much and you guys found some of this information a little bit useful. I hope I didn't confuse anybody. Again, I encourage you guys, 22, just as good as a 9, 9, just as good as the 45 ACP. If you have difference of opinions, let me know in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. It'll help out the channel tremendously, and we appreciate every subscriber. And click on notifications so you can stay up to date when videos like this are released. But until next time, see you guys later.